Hello, welcome back to another video. And all the videos I have on YouTube, I have been carrying braids. Not just this one, there are two kinds of braids, but they are very similar because they are both black and they are both long. So this one I carried it for 2 months actually. Tried, it's not easy. So I decided to just video loosening the braids, just so that nothing, just there to do. So let's get right into it. You need two things when loosening a braid, especially a long braid. You need the scissors and a loosening comb, preferably the one with the pointy tip. All right, now it depends on the braids. Do you want to reuse the attachment or not? If you want to reuse the attachment, then you have, depending on the kind of style you want to do with the attachment next. If you want to still do long braids again, but obviously not this long anymore, then you cut it very close to the end. Okay, and bear it in mind, this will take you a longer time to loosen. All right, and it also depends on how long your hair is. You can just approximate to where you feel your hair would reach at the straightened form, not when it's coily or wet, but when it's like straight. Okay, so if you are going to use the attachment again, and you want to use it to make a long braid again, but of course obviously not as long as it is now, because you definitely have to cut it because it's more difficult to cut it to loosen from the tip. And depending on how long you want your hair should be, or you feel your hair is going to reach, that will help you to decide on the length to cut it. Okay, for me, I know obviously my hair is not up to here, and I'm going to reuse this attachment, but I want to reuse it to make a short bob. Not now, but I just always like having attachments just kept up, just in case when I want to make it again, I don't have money to buy new attachments, or I don't want to just buy new attachments because I feel I won't carry the hair for long and I just want to make something quick, or when I just want to do cornrows and I don't want to spend money buy new attachments for that, since I feel I won't carry it for long. It's just always good to have backup attachments. It's best to air them because due to heat, so that you can reuse it. And it also depends on how neat the attachment is looking. If it's looking old and rough, I advise you just throw it away, but if it still looks presentable after airing it and oiling it, then fine, you can use it one more time, two, depending on how good you are in keeping your attachments. Okay, so let's go. So obviously I'm not going to video myself loosening the whole hair because it's just going to be repeating the whole thing. So I'll just show you with some, but I'll show you how to cut the whole thing. So starting with this design, I think it's even best I start with this, so I show you with the design. Okay, so first you untie the design and then you just remove it. It's always good to remove all the designs in your hair before you start loosening it. Okay, you just uncoil it or unbraid it based on the pattern that was used to braid it. Okay, because of course it's still reusable. All right, and then you remove the beads, whichever style it is. It's best to ask how it was put in, so you follow the same way in removing it. Okay, all right, so now that is out. I know my hair is not up to here, and I'm going to use it again for a shorter hair, so here is more than enough for me. Okay, and it's best to get a nylon so that the whole place is not so messy. And then you just, and if you have friends around, it's always faster when you call them to help you loosen it. Friends or siblings, I know when I was growing up, my mom used to drag my brothers to help me loosen my braids, and then to punish me that my mom made them do that, they'll be dragging my hair when loosening the braids. That was not funny at all. So just a little story over there. And then after you can either use the cutting comb, because this is also called a cutting comb to cut your hair, or your loosening comb. You can either use it and loosen it straight to the end, or you can, to an extent, you can just use your hand if you feel it's going to be faster. Okay, just run it through it and try to spread it out, and then that's it. It's best to do this while watching the movie or just while not doing anything serious, because it can take a while to loosen, especially while you're doing it alone, and it can get really tiring, especially for your back. So it's always good to take breaks. See, I'm just loosening one and I'm already tired, I guess because I'm not watching something. So you can use this time to watch an old movie or watch something you always wanted to watch but just didn't have the time. That way you're killing two birds with one stone. And to make it easier for you, it's best to comb it as you are loosening it. Okay, it helps you, so when you're finally doing the final combing, you know, it's not so strenuous and painful. Or if you're planning to carry a twist out, because this can also be a twist out, that's after with the whole braids. Okay, you can just, that means you don't have to straighten it with the comb if you're planning to carry it as a twist out after. Okay, so that's it. So that's exactly how to do it. You can now, yeah, you now untangle it, 2 strands, you place it, and then you do another one. But of course you don't just cut all of them individually like that, because it will take more time. So I would advise you cut them in a bunch, because it makes it faster that way. Okay, okay, so that's it. Cut it in a bunch and then you loosen, you drop. All right, so that's mostly it. I don't need to waste your time, so I will show you the look when I'm done. All right, as you can see, this is the final look. I have taken out the braids and I have combed it out, and then after, you can either, some people just carry out the, you know, loosened side of it for a while, or you can just wash it and braid it, or do whatever you want to do with it.